In this presentation, we are going to deal the concept of impact object on movable curved vanes. On before slide, we are going to discuss of impact object on movable flat vanes. Now it is movable curved vanes. Movable curved vanes consist of two conditions are there. Whenever the center, same like flat vanes, along the center and the tip. First, no force exerted by jet of water on a moving curved vanes. A jet of water strikes a curved plate at the center of the plate, which is moving with a velocity in the direction of jet, shown in the figure. Now consider jet striking a curved vane with a velocity u. Whenever it has been strikes with a velocity u, the plate also moving with a velocity of u. Now the relative velocity becomes v minus u. The flow should be v minus u. Now whenever it makes an angle theta with respect to x-axis, then it becomes theta. That is v minus u cos theta. Parallel component is v minus u cos theta, and perpendicular component of flow is v minus u sin. Now whenever it is theta and theta, now this angle remains 180 minus theta. 180 minus theta is called as deflection. 180 minus theta is called as deflection angle. Theta with respect. Now the relative velocity has been the two components, v minus u cos theta as well as v minus u sin theta. This is the tangent to the vane at outlet of a plate. At outlet of a plate, it is a tangent. Maybe a tangent. Is whenever it has been moves in this direction, the water also moves in the downward direction, in the upward direction as well as downward direction. We are considering only the upward direction, that is v minus u, which is along upwards. Whenever it is upwards, this is positive. Whenever it is in this direction, x direction is negative, y direction is positive. Next, v is the absolute velocity of jet, u is the velocity of plate in the direction of jet, a is the cross section area of the jet, pi by 4 d square. Area a is the cross section area of the jet, which is circular cross section, pi by 4 d square. Velocity with which jet strikes the curved vane is equals to, the relative velocity is nothing but v minus u. The component of velocity in the direction of jet at outlet is equals to v minus u cos theta, where minus indicates the direction of flow is opposite to the direction of motion vane. The direction of flow is opposite to the direction of vane. I am writing here also. So negative sign is taken. The velocity of outlet is opposite direction of jet of water coming out from the nozzle. Mass of water striking per second is equals to mass of water striking the plate per second is equals to, that is nothing but m star is equals to rho a multiplied with v minus u. Rho a multiplied with v minus u. Force exerted by jet of water on moving curved plate in the direction of jet is equals to f of x equal to m star initial velocity of jet minus final velocity of jet. M star is equals to initial velocity of jet minus final velocity of jet. F x equal to rho a v minus u multiplied with initial velocity of jet is v minus u, and final velocity of the jet becomes v minus u cos theta. Along x direction is v minus u cos theta. That is minus of minus becomes plus. F x equal to rho a v minus u, minus of minus becomes plus, v minus u cos theta. Now v minus u is common here. By taking common, it becomes rho a v minus u whole square 1 plus cos theta. Now it is an equation of force which is acting in the direction of motion whenever the plate is at the center. Next, how can you find out work done per second by jet on plate is equals to? You know that work done is equals to force into velocity. Force into velocity in the direction of x direction is equals to work done per second by jet on plate is equals to force W is equals to work done per second is equals to force Fx multiplied, that is W is equals to rho a v minus u whole square 1 plus cos theta multiplied rho a v minus u. Already we get this formula for along x direction the force is equals to rho a v minus u whole square 1 plus cos theta multiplied with. Now work done per second by jet of water striking at the center is equals to formula is W is equals to rho A U V minus U whole square 1 plus cos theta. Next condition. Now at the center is completed. It has been strikes at the center is completed. Next, the force exerted by jet of water on an unsymmetrical moving curved plate. Jet of water moving curved plate on tangentially at one end of the plate. Force exerted by jet of water unsymmetrically. The plate is unsymmetrical plate. When the jet strikes tangentially at one end of the plate. Now it is a second condition of an curvature. Now the plate, the water is striking at the tip. The jet of water striking a moved curved vein, otherwise blade, the tangentially at one end of the tip is equals to. In this case, the plate is moving. The velocity with which jet of water strikes is equal to relative velocity of jet with respect to the plate. Okay, assume the plate is smooth. Whenever the plate is smooth, the striking velocity is equals to leaving velocity. Next, the direction of velocity of vein is not same. The relative velocity at inlet will be vector difference of jet velocity and the plate velocity. The direction of jet relative velocity jet is equals to Vr is equals to V suffix r is equals to V minus U. Difference between jet velocity minus plate velocity. Now this is a diagram. Jet strikes the plane with the velocity of V1. It is an inlet velocity triangle V1. Whenever it has been strikes at a V1, the plate has been moved with the velocity of U1, tangential velocity, which is parallel to this one, which is parallel to the jet at a distance of U1. Now by closing V1 and U1 we get VR1. By closing V1 and U1 we get as relative velocity VR1. Now it makes jet angle makes an angle of alpha. Jet angle makes an angle of alpha, as well as relative velocity makes an angle of theta. Relative velocity makes an angle of theta. Now it has been resolved into two components. It may be a obtuse angle triangle. It has been resolved into two components. The triangle that becomes from here to here. It has been resolving like a rectangle triangle. It's a perpendicular component. It may be a parallel component. It's a parallel component. It may be a perpendicular component. Perpendicular component is called as flow velocity Vf1, and the parallel component is called as Vw1. Vf1 is Vw1. Vril velocity is the distance from absolute velocity to the flow velocity. That velocity is called as Vril velocity. It is a inlet velocity line. Next, whenever the relative velocity has been strikes the veins like this, the blade is assumed smooth. Now the water has been closed like this. Now the leaving velocity is also remains same. VR1 is equals to VR2. Why? Because the plate is assumed smooth. Whenever the plate is assumed smooth, the water leaving also, the relative velocity also remains the same. Next, whenever it has been moved like this, the blade has been moved like this. Next blade has been comes to contact. Now whenever it has been moved like this velocity is equals to U2. This velocity is equals to U2. Makes an angle. The relative velocity makes an angle. This is theta here. This become phi. This is theta. This become phi. Next. Now it is also by joining of VR1 and U1, this velocity is called as absolute velocity at outlet. V2 is called as absolute velocity at outlet. Again, it has been dissolved into two components. The components are the perpendicular component become flow velocity Vf2. The perpendicular component is flow velocity Vf2 at the outlet. Now Vril velocity, the parallel component is called as Vril velocity at outlet, which is the distance from flow velocity to the absolute velocity. That is called as Vril velocity. Now I am taking the terms here. V1 absolute velocity of jet at inlet, VR1 relative velocity of jet at the plate at inlet. Next U1 velocity of vein at inlet. Next alpha guide blade angle, theta vane or blade angle at inlet, theta blade vane in angle at inlet, VW1 barrel velocity at inlet, VF1 flow velocity at inlet. Corresponding values V2, VR2, U2, theta, pi, VW2, VF2 are the corresponding values of at outlet velocity triangle. Force exerted by jet in direction of motion is equals to Fx is equals to mass per second multiplied with initial velocity of jet in striking object in the direction of motion minus final velocity of jet in the direction of motion. Now mass per second is nothing but rho a v minus u square. Now the component of velocity in the direction of motion is equals to Vr1 cos theta. Vr1 cos theta is equals to Vw1 minus u1. From the diagram we can write as Vr1 cos theta. Cos theta is equals to Vw1 minus u1 divided by Vr1. By that we get as Vr1 cos theta is equals to Vw1 minus u1. Now the component of velocity, relative velocity at outlet in the direction of motion is equals to Vr2 cos pi. Vr2 cos pi is equals to minus Vr2 cos pi, that becomes minus u2 plus Vw2. From the diagram, from the velocity triangle we can find out. Now from this we can write as Fx equal to mass flow rate m dash m star, Vr1 inlet velocity is Vr1 cos theta, and outlet velocity is minus of minus of minus Vr2 cos pi. It is minus of minus becomes Vr2 cos pi. Now force exerted by jet of water is equals to Fx equal to rho a Vr1 Vw1 minus u1. Now we know that Vr2 cos pi is equals to minus Vw2 plus Vw2 in terms of barrel velocities. We know that initial according to the vanes, impact of vanes, u1 and u2 remain same. It has been moved with the same velocities. Now Fx remains rho a Vr1 relative velocity multiplied with Vw1 plus Vw2. Now this is the equation. Whenever it has been used, positive has been used. Whenever means whenever beta is acute angle, our taken angle should be acute angle which is less than 90. Our taken angle should be acute angle which is less than 90. That's why it is considered positive for less than 90 degrees. Whenever beta is equals to 90, now Vw2 is equals to 0. Beta equal to 90. Whenever beta will equal to 90, Vw2 remains 0. Whenever Vw2 remains 0, the equation becomes rho a Vr1 Vw2 is 0, that becomes Vw1. Rho a Vr1 plus multiplied with Vw1. Then if beta is obtuse angle may be greater than, less than, greater than 90, the equation of f(x) becomes Fx equal to rho a Vr1 multiplied with Vw1 minus Vw2. This is the negative for obtuse angle, positive for acute angle, and beta, and whenever right angle Vw2 is equal to 0. Then in general Fx becomes rho a Vr1 multiplied with Vw1 plus or minus of Vw2. That is plus or minus. We can write as both. Now work done per second per unit weight of striking per second is equals to, we can write as is equals to u into Vw1 plus or minus of Vw1, u into Vw1 plus or minus of Vw2, Newton meter per kg. Units are Newton meter per kg. Problem on tip. Whenever it has been acts at a tip, a jet of water moving with a velocity 12 meters per second impinges on a concave shaped vane to deflect through the jet of 120 degrees when stationary. The vane moves 5 meters per second. Determine the angle of jet so that no shock at inlet. The shock remains same. That means u1 is equals to u2. What is the absolute velocity of water at exit in magnitude and direction? We have to find out magnitude as well as the direction also. Also determine the work done per second, work done per unit mass of water per second. Assume the vane is smooth. Whenever it is not given, we are assume the plate is smooth only. Why? Because no losses occur. Solution. Given velocity of jet 12 meter per second. Velocity of n u is equals to without any shock, it has been without any shock, u1 and u2 remains same, that means 5 meter per second. Angle of deflection is equals to theta plus pi is equals to theta plus pi is given as 120 degrees. Sorry, 120 degrees. Assume the plate is symmetrical. We are assuming the plate is symmetrical. Without this condition, we can't do the problem. The plate is symmetrical. Now theta is equals to pi. Now theta is equals to pi. Theta and pi. Theta plus pi is equals to 120. Now theta plus pi remains 30 degrees. Next, inlet angle of jet in the direction of motion. According to sine rule, triangle ABC, AB divided by sine 180 minus theta is equals to AC divided by sine 130 minus alpha. From this we can add as AB is absolute velocity V1 divided by sine 180 minus theta is sine theta, AC U1 divided by sine 30 minus alpha. Now V1 is given as 12, U1 is given as 5, theta is given as sine 30 minus 5 divided by sine 30 minus alpha. Now sine 30 minus alpha is equals to 5 sine 30 divided by 12. We get this value 0.208. Now sine 30 minus alpha is equals to sine inverse of 0.2083. We get 12.02 degree. From that alpha is equals to 30 minus 12.02 degree. That remains 17.98 degree. Again, applying the triangle from the triangle sine rule ABC, V1 sin theta is equals to VR1 sin phi sin alpha. That implies V1 is 12, sin theta is sin theta, VR1 sin of alpha is 17.98 degree. From that VR1 is equals to, by cross multiplication, 12 sin of 17.98, sin theta is given as sin 30. Now it becomes 12 sin 17.98 divided by sin 30 is equals to, we get VR1 is equals to 7.4 meter per second. From triangle ABD, VW1 grill velocity is equals to V1 cos phi. We know that cos alpha from triangle ABD, cos alpha is equals to VW1 divided by V1. From that VW1 is equals to V1 cos alpha. 12 cos 17.98. Absolute velocity of jet at V2 is equals to angle made by outlet in the direction of motion is equals to 180 minus beta. Now, from outlet triangle EFH, VR1 and VR2 both remain same. According to impact object, the relative velocity remains same. Now, from that VR2 cos pi is equals to U2 plus VW1. Cos pi from the outlet triangle we can as cos pi is equals to U2 plus VW2 divided by VR2. Now we get as 7.1, VR2 is 7.1, cos 30, pi is 30, U2 is 5, VW2. From that VW2 is equals to 7.41 cos 30 minus 5. We get this value 1.41. Now VF2 is equals to from outlet triangle we can add as VF2 is equals to VR2 sin 30. Now we get as VR2 is 7.1 sin 30 is equals to 3.7 meter per second. Again, from outlet triangle, from this triangle only, tan beta is equals to VF2 divided by VW2. That is equals to 3.7 divided by 1.41. We get 2.61. From that beta is equals to tan inverse of 2.61. That remains 69.07 degree. Next, absolute velocity at outlet velocity of a triangle is equals to 180 minus beta. That is 180 minus 69.01. 69.07 is 110.53. Now, absolute velocity at outlet velocity triangle is equals to 110.53 degrees. Okay. Now, absolute velocity of jet is equals to, we know that V2 is equals to, by applying the Pythagoras theorem, V2 is equals to square root of VF2 square plus VW2 square. Now, V2 is equals to, we know VF2 as well as VW2. In order to get VF2 as well as VW2, we are applying those equations. Okay. So in order to get VF2 as well as VW2, we have to take these equations. before slide equations. Remember, we have V2 is equals to 3.7 square plus 1.41 square. We get 3.91, 3.96 meter per second. Next one. Work done per second per unit weight of water per second is equals to, we know that 1 by G VW1 U1 plus VW2 U2. It is equals to 1 by G VW1 plus VW2 multiplied where both U1 U2 same, that remains constant. That is 1 divided by 9.81. VW1 is 11.41 and VW2 is 1.41. Multiply with velocity is 5. U1 and U2 is equal to 5. That remains 6.537 Newton. 6.537 Newton. That is work done per unit weight of striking per second. This is about vanes. Those are acting for a movable vanes which are acting at the center as well as at the end of the tip tangentially when out the plating. These are the condition and the problems on those conditions. Problems on condition at the end of the tip.